almost 10 p.m. Is he still more? What does that mean? Okay, we got America's playoffs. Big day. Hold on. Yeah, where are my headphones? Here. America's playoffs starts today. It's 100 Thieves versus MIBR. I'll just quickly show you the bracket. Here we go, Alpha. You're here.
Time for the superior region to play.
So, the winner of this plays Crew, and that game, in this game, is for Masters. Which you would think either of these teams, if they win this game, you know, that's pretty winnable. You know, could either of these teams beat Crew? Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, I think both these teams have a pretty, you know, decent chance of getting it if they can win this one. And then later we got SEN Cloud9. They have the harder road of playing G2. So, not as easy. The loser of this game will play against NRG. The loser of the SEN Cloud9 game will play against EG in the lowers. So that is how it's going to work. What is this?
Can we get your opinion on this ag clip TMV?
Hold on. Let me see it. Let me get there. Let me also put this on. Let's see. Oh, I saw this. I actually was watching this.
Voici, 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 reine. Voici, 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 voici.
It is funny.
I mean, throwing a fish onto a hard concrete floor and it just shuts.
I mean, it is funny. It is funny. Well, I mean, why is that? Oh, I don't want to know. I mean, what's fish in French? Poisson. Gano with
I've had Durka in my
149
team
bits.
every week since week 1 and it was never once.
How many points did Durka get?
Unbelievable.
That's actually a
Good
good
evening
point.
from Scotland, BTW.
Oh, you're in Scotland. Hello. How many points did Durka get? That is honestly. Let's sort by price. Durka, points per game, 6.8. Again, everyone else who costs 15 is above 10. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. He's here, 6.8. Every other player, so the other 4 players who cost 15, Texture then is next at 50 points, so we got 10. Then it's Zekken at 11.6. Then it's Aspas at 12.4 and Jorgamo at 13.6. Like, so every other player who I cost that high, you know, did pretty well. Right? Like 10 points per game. And that was kind of the point. I mean, obviously, right? Like, so then you've got Buzz at 9.4, Hyunmin at 12.6, Madder at 8.2, Jing at 10.4. You know, but generally these premium players are getting at least, you know, 10 points a game. Durka will not cost 5 next split. Well, this is the thing. I know a lot of people are going to say to me, Sultan, thanks for the 5 months.
Hello Mr. TMV, I am hoping that me beat 100T so we can laugh at those eagle fuckers.
This is the thing. I know a lot of people when I do like the pricing streams for stage 2, a lot of people are going to say, oh, Durka should cost like 13. Or like, you know, oh, he should cost like 10 because he didn't do well last time, right? Like that's what his average cost should be. No. He like the point is, if I cost Durka at 13, everyone would buy him, right? Like, you would definitely buy Durka, 100%, if he costs 13. He, I would say, minimum is going to cost 14.5. Minimum, Durka will cost 14.5. We will see how they do in playoffs, but he will not cost less than 14.5. He won't. Because otherwise he's an obvious choice. Okay, Split, Icebox, Haven. 100 Thieves pick Split. Are they still playing their Sage comp? Not if he's a bot.
This is
Yeah, but but that's the thing. It's about predicting, isn't it? Cold Jazz, thanks for the 15 months.
What position should the Vikings use their first round pick on, or should just trade it away?
I mean, trading down is always good. Like, when you're in the late first, I think, especially for a team who doesn't have a ton of picks, I think trading down when you're a late first is probably always a decent shout, because I think in almost every draft, the difference between the 24th and
This is
39th player is probably not that big. Ian Amaral, thanks for the 17 months.
17 months being TMV's least loyal Brazilian fan. Holy.
So, yeah, I think trade down. If they're going to pick, I would say, I mean, I don't know the draft that well, to be honest. I haven't been keeping up with it, really. So I would say probably I would go corner or so, like some secondary player. Probably. I mean, the offense, I mean, maybe a running back, who knows? Like, if you really wanted to fucking go for it, maybe a running back. Maybe an interior offensive lineman. I mean, but what? The tackles should be good. The D-line should be okay-ish. Maybe you could argue for like a... But the D-line should be okay-ish, I would say. It's probably either going to be a corner or safety or a guard. Probably. My NFL team is the Vikings. Bro, why does this take so long, man? Fucking hell. And what are we waiting for? We got a tech pause on what agents
That's
are
what's saying in that piece.
I don't know.
Do you think it has to be cryo popping off though? Like, given the build, given the...
Hold on, I actually, now that we've seen almost every player play, let's take a look at the points per game. So Miniboo, who is one of the few players who hasn't played a full set of games. So let's take him out. Lookshow also didn't play a full set of games. So the highest scoring player who played every game so far is Jorgamo, which is good. Then Famous. I mean, that is crazy that Famous is the next highest player. He finished joint with Jorgamo. That's insane. I haven't watched Americans for a while. Is Sage pick normal? No, it's just 100 Thieves. I think they're literally the only team playing it. Look how much he costs. Yeah, but I don't know many people who had Famous. Then it's Woot. Woot was an interesting one who I didn't really know what to do. Real Jins, thanks for the 3 months. Because he's listed as a controller, but obviously he's played a ton of duelists this split. And he had a rough kickoff, which is why he costs 11. But like, this was always a risk. Woot was always a risk. To pop off, and he did. Martin doing very well. He hasn't played a full split yet either. Neither has Kayak. Hyunmin, you know, but he cost 14, so that's fine. Cryo popped off, but again, played a lot of duelist. You know, so we'll see. I mean, like, because some of these players are going to get reclassed. I mean, Cryo right now, like, if I did Cryo right now, over the past, like, 60 days, yeah, he'd be listed as a straight duelist. He hasn't, like, he'd just be a duelist, and his cost would probably be, like, 14. Right? So, they just baited me with kickoff. When will VFL be back? So, it won't be back for Masters. Then again, we do have some time till Masters. Could we do it for Masters? Zowie, thanks for the 10 months.
Who is winning Toronto?
I'll have to talk to Illumi, because we're gonna have to. Can we have 2 transfers a week for split 2? If EMEA starts a week behind, then yeah, for sure, for sure. If EMEA doesn't start a week behind, then I'll think about it a bit more, because then you wouldn't have to pick an EMEA player. But there will be more transfers available if any region starts a week behind, then I think it does make sense to have more transfers.
Seeing Alpha and Omega groups collide here.
If they start together at the same time, then I might say no.
MIBR. They start things over towards mid.
Because then you could just freely pick whoever you want.
I think a lot of the thought comes down to that.
But then
we'll
we'll see.
It's getting used, how to bait it out.
What about a week
how to
early?
Play around those timings.
Well, yeah, because then I would have multiple again, because again it would force you to pick that
ready
region.
for the contact play with the wall.
They got him.
Narrowly is gonna get Cryo dealt with.
What?
Xander and Asuna getting a couple of kills on the backside. Those MIBR flood on into
How'd
the
he die
site.
to the
Xander
nate?
just hiding, playing ring around the Rosie. On
just
top
lit
of
up.
this pillar, he's not going to be able to find
What
anything
the
in
fuck
2K
is
from
going
RT.
on?
So a 3v2 on the retake. The wall from the friendly
Cryo's
Sage of
wall
Cryo
is-
now almost works against 100 Thieves. They have to go for a jump over top to get back into this one.
Yeah, luckily you got those boxes, so it shouldn't... Oh no, the boxes, yeah, it's a good angle to get on through. No problem for EU, but really waiting for Boostio's flank to pay off.
Now missiles in 5 seconds as well. So increased dead for the breach
Did he
of
see him?
stun, but Boostio's been spotted out.
Yeah, he did.
Good counter stun.
Souls that forces the
Oh.
fight, but Verno's the one to win it. EU drops into the site, but he doesn't clear behind him.
good
And
stuff from MIBR.
Grotesha locks up the pistol for the
What happened
Brazilians.
to Egg?
That
He's
was,
got a
an
doctor's
awkward
appointment
pistol
tomorrow,
round,
I
I
think.
think to say the
Well, like,
very
oh,
least,
Shio-
right?
is Shio
Cryo
alive?
thinks
If he is, then
escapes,
yeah,
But that nade missile combo just brutal.
But we're already seeing MIBR having some set game plans of how to
Yeah,
deal
he's
with
like-
Cryo's common positions on the stage. That was a very nice setup from them.
Yeah, I think when you watch Cryo play, his favorite spot to play is just in mail. And if there's a dive play like that, it's always going to be the wall coming down.
He returns.
Early attention
Hello,
to mid is
Mr.
gonna be
Wager.
Very effective, I think, for
You are
MIBR
back, my
throughout
friend.
This half to try and bait out that util.
Can I get a little time check?
All 5 players
27,
here for 100
26,
Thieves.
25,
Stacked up
24,
towards B.
23.
Holy fuck, you're way in the
22.
future.
No,
Hold
University,
on.
but he'll teach
21,
him the trap play. Should
20,
make up the
You're
fight this
fucking...
time.
29.
You're li-
Counter
This
util
can't be
stun.
real.
17.
Missiles called in from
This can't be
Verno.
real.
MIBR
You're-
can see on the
15.
instantly accelerating wave, and
I
there's gonna be
paused
no issues
2,
on this round.
13, 12, 11.
MIBR
Okay,
been
I'm
doing
there.
a lot of the
I'm there.
FPX buying
Holy
on this
fuck,
stage and
I was
getting
living
two
in
rifles,
the
two
ancient
pistols,
past. I was in the
getting a spike
Neolithic.
down here, keeping those guns up would be pretty nice for them to try and win out that
This
bonus as
is
well.
Valorant.
What do you think of
Raleigh,
this
thanks for the
match?
21
Good
months.
Orb there. Both Verno
What was
getting
that, sorry?
down main, Artsin putting the
Who do you
spike
have,
down on
Predator
the ground.
for this?
Just getting those
I
two
picked
power
MIBR.
ults
Did you?
online.
Yeah, I
The
picked MIBR as
weaknesses
well.
You could maybe say with MIBR's
I
constantly
feel
don't have a lot of
pretty
power
good
ults,
about
right? They're
MIBR
running Jet
going
instead
to
of the Raze.
Masters. I think they've
But
looked...
those knives, of course, can be very high
they've
impact,
Even
but
after the
not
maps.
instant
I've
sight
been told the
clearing
maps
piece.
are not in their favor at all.
Just playing all the way back here. Baked in for Verno, and it's a beautiful cleanup. And this is just the guy you want
mean,
getting these kills. 3 more ultra.
I just think they're a better
But I
team,
feel
though.
like-
I think they've
Yeah,
just
no,
got a
I
better
agree
team
with
with
that.
better players.
And getting
Yeah,
on Artsin
yeah,
online early,
agreed.
very, very important.
Like,
Cryo-
personally,
Probably
I
be
think that
looking
this
to
is
dive
a
the
map
spike
that
here, but
plays
Venom's
against...
gonna
Like, 100
take
Thieves
care
will
of
pick
them, no
this. I think
problem.
this map plays against
So,
their
on
main
top
win
of the
condition
fact
the
that
most.
it is, you know,
which is
all
cryo
three
popping
units,
off.
Full armor maintained
Yeah.
from Osboss.
I feel like
Light
this
armor
team's
on
struggled on this map
That was
anyways against
Cortesia that
unknowns,
didn't
especially
even get
strong
injured,
unknowns.
So really nice second round from MIBR there.
And that's going to be 5 guns going into their bonus round.
Like, to me, like, Icebox is an
One of the
interesting pick
things
because I
you sort
think
of look
that's
at these
where,
teams
like,
coming
again,
in
you're
fighting in their
enabling
own
100
separate groups.
Thieves.
I feel like a lot of people
Win
think
con.
that
Cryo
the
pop
Omega
off.
group is looking very strong right
I
now.
mean, you
Oh,
have
actually.
G2, C9, and of course
So,
MIBR.
but then again,
all stacked
Aspas
up
pop
in
off
that
on
group.
Icebox is also quite a good
100
strat.
Thieves, it's been a bit harder to get
Yeah,
the read on
I
that,
think it
'cause
goes any
beating,
way,
you
any
know, the
which way
teams
those.
beneath them pretty convincingly.
Icebox goes any which way, but still the core for
How much better are they up against the competition on the
MIBR
other side?
just
of
be
the
Xander
stronger to
stunned,
roll with.
dashed on and Osbox
He
through
lives.
the wall, can't quite
Oh
find
my
the
God,
kill.
he must
Xander
be on
low
what?
though, but MIBR, besides their own, a little bit backed up here.
My
Cortesia
immediate
got-
players are
doesn't have
doing
a
He
shit
shot
in
doesn't-
out
no,
here.
he
of
didn't
the
get a heal,
level.
just
Just
got
give
real
me
now.
bonus points from this game. He is still on my team capper.
Yeah, my eyes are on mid right now. Shenum going for this late pinch in. Right now, 100 Thieves covering that with the spike.
I mean, I wish we could
Could
do
turn his
playoffs,
attention away
but
at the wrong
unfortunately,
time.
have you seen the
Xander for the
formats?
first-
Oh my
God.
goodness.
What a flick from
And that
him.
describes the
Spray
entire
transfers
match.
on
And
to
And
here
now-
comes that mid lurk. Shenum with a rifle in
Yeah.
hand. That's an
Gentleman
easy
alert,
little
yeah.
backstab. Cryo's got nowhere to
Yeah,
go.
it is.
MIBR convert.
I'm
Well,
loving now
Aspas
from
never
MIBR,
using,
2
Vandal
rounds
again.
where we've seen these contact plays with the fault line ready to go. They see someone.
I mean,
it's
that's
immediately
crazy
stun
by
missiles,
MIBR. That's
Osboss
crazy
dashing.
by Aspas.
The jet comp, well, it's a little unorthodox. Makes those kind of plays way easier than with the Rays.
Exactly. If you need to get out, of course you can. That spray transfer is just gnarly.
He didn't even have a get out. He's
Headshots
10
there.
HP. He just...
And really, I think because
Destroyed
when
them.
you have the jet, you don't have the
Yeah.
same reach as, you know, the double satcheling Rays.
Verno also
Probably so nice
6
of-
and 0 to start.
Getting just a little bit further out is always going to be important. Now 100 Thieves forced onto the pistol buy for themselves. This
Yeah,
time
it might
stacking
just
towards
be-
the A side of the map, but
They're gonna have
MIBR
alt staff
going
for this.
back
I
to
mean,
that
they already have
tried and true
Armageddon.
B side.
They're just abusing Xander right now.
Xander gets spotted
Honestly-
by the drone. I love the movement from Verno. Keeps it up for a tag. Osboss
They have
gets
no
in,
threat
and now
with
the
this
next
util
wave of
afterwards, man. I
utility.
don't
Wow,
understand the
man,
stage
it's
with
so
this.
good.
Very
Like,
well.
the layering of
MIBR
util of, like, we're
plant down
gonna
on
wait,
Artsin,
know
and
where
they're
you
gonna have
go,
KO
then
and
salvo
Rachel
you,
for this
then we
next
swing
round.
as a team. Like,
That's going to be absolutely brutal.
this is a abuse right here. Like it's use one bit of util, like the stun,
There's
dash
nothing
in
we
with
can
it,
do on the
because we
Real
know
Admin.
it's
This
just
is
Astro and an
flawless
eco,
versus
then
Zane.
wait till you've
Ecos
repositioned
already
here, salvo you here, and now you have nowhere to
Very
go.
Heavy stacking.
Like you, I mean, you literally,
now
like, where do
MIBR
you go if
managed
you're
to call
Xander
around
here?
it pretty
What, like,
closely each
what
time.
could Xander have done that that round?
I think flash in hand, ready to come around this corner. 1-for-1's all right, but a good counter stun out Arts in. Now he's on the hunt. That's going to make quick work of the 100 Thieves.
Furno's missile
one
will
death
finish
from
the job.
Argentine.
They lose
Actually,
two
no, two.
members
Ospas
in the
won, too.
round, but it's a 4-0 start for MIBR. Are you seeing anything thus far that is of concern for 100 Thieves, or do you think this is more just been
Like, look,
nice
he's getting
plays
stunned.
from
He
MIBR?
has to
They're
move here.
snowballing
He's
the ult a
revealed.
little bit more
Now
than
salvos,
Nice
flash,
plays and, like,
flash.
the opening kills on the end.
Look at that, man. How does he play the game? He got stunned, revealed by the drone, flashed, Omen flash, salvoed.
Salvoed, yeah.
And
then you have to
He just can't play the game.
With the flash. Yeah, no,
having good utility behind him.
it's
And so far,
wraps.
he's been staying
Look at
alive,
that.
and the util, and trades have been there.
How many gifted to
I
end the
was surprised
stream?
that-
Ooh, honestly?
Fury got 8 against this team, bro. That's
Going up
crazy.
towards Cryo's
Honestly?
common position in heaven, and this looks
Like,
it could
not
be a
stream
similar
at
thing.
all?
Contact up.
You give
Snort
me,
ready to go on art scene.
because I'll still watch the game.
Like the pistol round.
Here comes the drone.
I need to think how much
Slow.
money.
I don't mean it's a little more
It would have to be
difficult for
like
us to get in,
net
but he
positive
dives
money
forward,
for
and
me.
this
I
time
don't know
Cryo in
how
a
much
position
that
to
would be
escape.
though.
Yeah, this time, Ospas trying to make a lot of presence. As
Okay, this time they
MIBR
have
get
multiple
ready to
players
go.
on B.
This Breach ult in main is ready to rip onto these players. Everyone on site is stunned up except for you and having 2
Okay.
kills from him already. Can't quite convert it into a
This
third, but
is-
100 Thieves are
So this
making
time 100 Thieves.
I mean, that's fine.
They
all
stacked
of
it.
that
The kid, thanks for the
counterplay.
60 months.
Very
Pondering
nice.
Mail's
Just play
Counter-Strike,
back, give
how
a
shit
little bit
did
of space and
Vitality
around
look
Yeah,
earlier?
minimum 100,
Show
definitely.
to execute it.
Will they
Defo
incur?
minimum 100.
One in
Please,
every
it
4
would be
rounds.
so
I'll
funny.
take that ratio.
Satcheling into main, getting the kill on the player there, and then you have 100
What'd you say?
Leono is the perfect example of how shit energy talent development is. Went from looking ass to the goat on me.
You and Cryo have a crossfire.
And the Breach ult, the only
Pondering
area he
Mail's
wasn't hitting was the
Counter-Strike.
Cryo
How
player
shit
in
did
that
Vitality
heaven,
look earlier?
right? And that's where the majority of
I don't think
MIBR
they looked.
players were coming in.
I think
Like
Navi
Crossfire, like
deserves
you say.
some real credit
them
for
up.
what they did. I thought that Navi were really
Round for
quite
100
good.
Thieves,
Um,
MIBR, a similar look with the 1-3-1.
especially on
We saw them
Haven.
do the same high-low setup in the previous
But even
round.
some of the
This is where
stuff towards the
100
end of Icebox
reacting
as well
to
was
MIBR
pretty good.
going for the contact play, right? If
Obviously,
MIBR can
Vitality
flash or drone around that
didn't
first
look
corner,
great.
Well, Ospas is good enough to get
I
one
would call it a Vitality
reliable,
probably
but he's
4
not
out of
gonna be able to
10
get
and like a
second. The 100
Navi
Thieves are,
9.
telling themselves.
Energy
9.5.
dropped there, no vitality dropped. Drex are teams
Whether or not that's
competing for
true,
the
who
worst
knows?
roster
It's
moves
Ospas.
this
You
split.
never
You have
really
to let
tell.
him play it out.
Well, the thing is, we haven't seen Trex on another. Well, I mean, we
I
have
do
seen
like,
Trex on another
MIBR
team,
slowing
but you
down
know,
the pace.
not
We've
this
seen
year.
5 pretty
Whereas Verno,
quick
we know,
rounds.
like, oh,
Even if
now
they've
he's
been slow
frying.
at the start contacting in, it's been explosive each time.
Sage wall used. That'll fall at 20 seconds, but already falling in
man.
heaven is Busio. Shannon picks just a perfect timing on that lurk, and he's going for more.
I
Shannon
wasn't familiar
catches
with this man's
another.
game.
Oh my
And
god, there's no
two
way he's
fall
found
as
that
MIBR
literal
open up
perfect
A.
timing.
That lurk is just buying time for the rest
Oh
of
my
the
god.
team to
Cryo's
come
about to
in.
take so
But
much
the team's
damage.
not expecting anyone to be looking for a second kill.
Oh, he got
And
it.
he just gets fucking
Can't get it
farmed
done on
anyway.
backside.
Listen, that's the second
Ospas
time when the
boosts
rifle
himself up
crowd
into
gets
heaven to
farmed.
back
Is
up
it
his
is it
teammate.
over?
100
Like, can
Thieves
we
are
just
gonna
say it's
play
over?
for the save.
They're already running
Can
out
we
of this
ult
one. So
palm, please?
MIBR, multiple rounds of these fast kind of contact plays into pops with the breach stun and the dash, and now they slow it all
Well,
the
I
way
mean,
down.
they are getting,
100 Thieves
yeah,
just full
volleyed.
focus towards B and mid, and Shannon single-handedly catches it.
I mean, that round was just
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
the first
literal
time we've
just
really seen him
Shenum
go
go
for the
fucking
lurker
kill.
from
He
the
finds
side.
a
But also,
perfect
you can't
timing
really feel like
here.
He gets EU there that gets taken down second.
And then the round's
Usually,
over.
you know, what
Unlucky.
he's thinking is that MIBR are going to be playing like a 1-3-1 maybe.
I wouldn't
Shannon
mind a
is
2-0.
maybe going to have players going through mid, pivoting into him.
That's the thing, I
Remember
think
with that wall in
MIBR right
heaven,
now, they're just
100 Thieves
looking
lost
fucking
complete
clean.
information over mid, so that's
But they've
what
been looking
EU is
good,
turning
like-
around to deal with. So actually,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
dig
watch the last game
decision of
against,
Shenum to keep going forward on that lurk because his team
was it against
rotates
Fury?
and follows him behind him.
That didn't matter,
Shannon
but
has
I mean,
been
that game
so
didn't
good
matter.
thus
So.
far in stage 1. MIBR is a team with 3 rookie players, Verno, Shannon, and Cortesia. But Shannon is the one who almost always gets underrated in that mix. You know, Verno, Cortesia, those are guys that are in conversations for Rookies of the Year that were the most hyped players out of NA and Brazilian challengers, respectively. But Shannon, he's been
I'm
having
under
some
these.
really high-impact games, and I think he's been consistently providing value in rounds like that as he lurks.
Yeah, excellent fragger for the team. Great finding timings. Super effective on the defensive side, too. Can do a little bit of everything.
So a timeout called for
Aspas is like having Patrick Mahomes on your team, like you will always be contenders to make internationals with him even though he's stats pars.
I mean, he is probably the Valorant GOAT. like so far. Like it is early to say that, but and he hasn't won the most tournaments, but like that's the thing. We thought he was going to MIBR, and this team was kind of gonna be like, you know, kind of mid, right? I think most people would have said, what, he's like the MIBR, maybe like a, you know, like 5th, 6th kind of team, you know, like playoff team, but maybe like kind of where 100 Thieves are right now. I think that's probably where most people had MIBR coming into the season. But like, yeah, I mean, Cortezia is fucking insane. Shenom's insane. Oddsy IGLing. He's insane. Insane in multiple ways, to be fair.
Round. Bleach stun ready in main, off contact, and 2 players swinging from ramp.
MIBR's going into it quickly. Spot's ahead in the play, but Austin
He got blast back.
He gets the job done, and MIBR
He got blast back,
Now
right?
looking to mid. Cryo sees
Yeah.
2 players. Wall will come
That's
out.
a
but
bad
it's
wall.
Artsen's in front of this and pins Cryo
It's
back
a
in the
panic
corner.
wall.
Now the blast to come
And they're
through.
forced to use
Cryo sees
it's
the
a recall.
opportunity
Everyone is fine.
to duck away.
Good
The
recall
round
from good
slows down a
reactions.
little bit. A lot
Xander.
happens in the first
He has
20
no stars
seconds,
now,
but
though.
now
This is
MIBR
Valorant.
works space into
Team
Valorant.
Chando with
Little
14
pressure
months.
be heaven as well.
Yeah, these
Only
players get
14.
drone.
Fake
Might be
fan.
the cue for Artsen to search for a little something.
And they're gonna
here.
pinch B here at
He's
the
walking
end.
up towards A main, at least with Boostio on the other side. As Asuna,
Yikes.
over towards Vents, picks off Artsen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
His
pretty big
teammates
kill.
had gone for the spam, so he thought he could maybe find a timing. Underthieves have beautiful information over the A side, now creeping up right on the corner of the orb.
This position for EU is great. He got 2 kills in heaven here just a few rounds ago, but Shenab is
Slipped out
working
the smoke.
through this. Wanted to fight towards Spawn. Now he heads out towards Rafters, but the spray's missing.
Took Cryo a bit too long to get that kill.
Cortesia. This should just be too many odds. That's 1 kill found though. And all 1v1 against
No
Cryo.
fucking way.
How?
And
Has ult to get
Cortesia
Spike.
found that.
And now
Yep.
the ultimate to pick up the spike in heaven with only 20 seconds left. He's back onto
Dude.
B.
A
He's gonna
1v1
kill him. He's going to kill him.
against the IGL. Cortesia holds the angle. Another tap. Boostio on the jump.
Does he have aftershock?
His
No.
head's showing.
Cortesia waits.
Oh no,
Plants
he's
coming
fucked.
in.
He's fucked. What?
Boostio
He got
dropped
it?
towards hell.
No
Cortesia
way.
on the swing.
Spoke yourself up, bro.
It's damage. Down to 11 HP.
Holy shit, he's
time.
right behind the smoke.
Now working in his
Oh.
favor in the smoke. Boostio just barely
the damage?
fails 100 Thieves
con damage?
out with the right click classic.
Yeah,
Doing a
let's
bit of
fucking
dancing
spam the
there
body
around
of a
the
guy we
smoke. I
almost lost a
love that
1v5 to.
Tezia almost
Yeah, let's
had that
fucking,
one. 4 kills out of seemingly nowhere.
Dude, Cryo
And
whipped
that's a
again
round
against the
where
guy who was
plus,
like,
I think
his
100
back
Thieves
was turned to
dealt
him.
with MIBR just
The
about
table below
perfectly
died because of that, no?
until this moment. His 3rd kill had been unfortunate for Cryo.
No, he
but
took
that
a lot
4th
of
one
damage
was just
though. He died to the
insane.
spam because Cryo whipped.
Yeah.
Spenwald, thanks for the 3 months.
That's the champs
Hi ho
winner.
Wolverhampton.
That's the champs winner. Bro, I think I know which champs winner I want on my team out of this game.
It's a round winner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
100 Thieves are going to need all of those they can muster.
There's
Of
gonna
the
be
2
another
champs
fight
winners in
day.
this server, I think I
Same
know who I'm
trap setup
picking.
for 100 Thieves. Same idea for MIBR.
And it's not number
Thrown
2.
up, stun ready to go.
Ooh, the TP.
Cortez just passed it, and it's 1-for-1 on the trade, but a great stun onto EU,
Dude.
and Cortezia converts
Man, this guy,
6 kills
honestly,
in the
like,
last few
it does
minutes
make
here.
you think when you see players
on
like him,
Boostio.
like, what are we doing in Brazil?
That's my champs winner
Yeah.
inside of the smoke. They're jumping into his smoke. It's a 1-for-1.
Viper
Sight
spit
belonging
though?
to MIBR.
But Cryo
Controlled
has a
chaos.
Sage Res, and he wants to fight back
Did
down
they hear
ramp.
Res is here. They're going to
MIBR
protect the
realize
bodies.
Oh, I
They're
like this.
protecting this body. 3 players ready to challenge Cryo.
Oh
Swinging
my
into him.
God.
MIBR trying and trade out, but it's down to a 1-on-1.
Oh,
and Cryo
that's unlucky.
nearly got the
That's
kill.
unlucky.
Holy
But it's
shit.
Verno coming out big instead.
Couple of close rounds here back to back. Well played from Burno to get the trade from his teammates.
Good call by MIBR to protect the bodies there.
That'll come
Unlucky
after
from
a
Cryo there, because he did
split-second
headshot him
call.
just
Like
through
you
the
were
wall.
saying with the Sage Reds coming online, MIBR's choice to continue this ramps fight instead of just taking back into sight. Really nice. I like, too, the slight variations
Dude,
of
that movement
MIBR,
is
right? Instead of going
crazy.
for like a dash play onto ramps with
Let's
the
go.
jet, it's an Omen teleport, capitalizing off his teammate's stun.
Now on an eco as well.
Enough for 2 kills there.
Oddsy,
He's
get it
having a
done. Thank you.
game.
100 Thieves are down on their luck again. An eco rounds here. And this half is well and truly snowballed for
Thieves are going to have to capitalize off their ultimates in the
So
next
waiting
round.
for some aggro.
Their comp can be pretty annoying on the attacking side if they're in post-plant situations
Don't
with the
see any.
Sage Wall, but
Probably think that they're like
a little bit more
grouping up B
challenging.
main.
Not many lurk options like you'd have with a Viper comp like
I mean, they have no
running.
mid info now though. Cryo's
The
even
fact
run
that
away as well.
MIBR wasn't sending these execs off the rip, but was always
Ooh,
doing it
okay.
off contact.
Winnable.
Okay.
That time Shenom actually
Always
gets
awesome.
punished
Now
on
that
the
starts
lurk.
this shit off.
And
Asuna farming the orbs too. That's going to be pretty impactful in the next round.
I mean, you should know that they're coming B now as well.
Sage slows into heaven. MIBR want to
You
split
have to
towards
use
B here.
tail backside, I think.
Certainly taking their time for now.
Yeah.
Again, just going for the contact plays.
They're actually just going for it without it.
Dink connected, but Ospas gets one kill. Cryo
They have a
spotted out
paranoia
on
from
the
backside.
side. MIBR, as
They have
long
a
as
stun
they
that
check
push
on
people
They don't
off of
need
the
it.
actual
which
side
they
itself.
will.
I mean, bro,
It
they
should
have
all be
so much
okay.
to use.
Into a 4-on-2. Busio in mid gets a kill with the Sheriff. Now it's only a one-player deficit. 2 guns.
2 guns.
A rolling
feel like
Reach
thunder.
out.
This becomes winnable. But Ospas holding the line. Both players.
They're not going to be able to get
They're
a
gonna
One
good
do
shot.
shot to his outlaw.
Does it hit?
Rolling
it
thunder.
Oh, it
misses
missed the
everyone.
breach.
And the
Oh, missed
outlaw
everyone.
connects.
Nice breach up.
MIBR, they steal away
Nice breach
the
up.
ultimate. And they take the
Couldn't have
round
gone better for
regardless.
MIBR.
Yeah, a
They
bit
used
of a
breach
gamble
ult.
there from Busio. Felt like
Holy
Thieves had a
shit.
chance in it, but the
That's
positioning of MIBR was just never going to get punished by an ability like that.
Literally couldn't have asked for a better thing for
Outlaw
MIBR to
coming
happen there.
Very nicely.
Actually,
and again,
I couldn't have
MIBR
paid
just
you
sort
to
of
do that.
playing this game where they're taking very confident gunfights. They're not always using utility to
I feel like this 100
set
Deep
up the
Stomp is
fight,
better
but
on
there's always
attack though,
utility
right?
to
Like on
follow
post plan, it goes kind of
right?
crazy.
Thieves have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
struggling.
Post
That
plan,
round,
this is like
understandable on the
GG.
low guns, but now
Yeah.
Like with the
But
Sage
getting
Wall
there
up,
is gonna be,
Aftershock,
Good luck under
missiles,
Thieves.
Astrosuck, yeah. It feels like this comp
Yeah.
was
Completely
designed
changed the
for
way they play
post
their
plan
attack
and
side.
then
That's
kind
what's
of
been
built
these
backwards from
contact
that.
plays into pops.
But then, like, why
with
are we starting on
the breach
defense?
stun,
Like-
the tail missiles coming in. Here,
Well,
they're going
'cause
to take their
MIBR
time
picked
with
the
that
tank.
operator, and then late round,
Oh, this is
trade
100
it
D's
over,
pick?
go for an exit.
I mean, the best proof of this is look at Spawn.
That's
There's a
crazy.
spike back
we
there.
don't need that.
They're gonna be taking their sweet time. I like the op too, because the last few rounds, 100 Thieves have adapted to the slow play of MIBR
Okay, so you've
by
seen 2 in
simply
mid.
going for some more forward angles.
So they take
whether
B
it's,
main?
that A space we saw Austin get the first blood last round.
You get shot, you lose the
High
round,
low.
you
Mag-
lose the game. It's an FPS
Tiger
game.
Milo, thanks for the
Ha ha
comments.
ha 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 ha,
Waiting for that
100
overstep
trolls.
and looking for that pick.
Shenom's getting to work
They now
towards A,
wall
putting
mid.
A little pressure here with his
Here,
Uto going
nothing.
Yeah, wall was placed in mid, by the way. Should be down, I believe, around the 30-second mark.
Now MIBR start to inch out of B main.
MIBR right now, we're waiting for that Viper lurk to pay off into the site. You can see kind of getting in front of the
Ospas is
orb.
about to go
Ospas
crazy.
pops blades. He wants to send this one into B. The blade storm
Oh.
up and over the top. He's
Never
denied
mind.
by Xander. 100 Thieves hold
They
B.
use tail.
And Asuna arrives with his rocket, trying to find a target in the smoke. He's
Oh
gone
my
too
God.
far and now spamming back through.
Genov with
MIBR
A-Lurk, but how
reply.
do they get spiked
Yeah,
with
but that kill's
15?
coming over on
Yeah,
the A
there's
side
no
of the map.
chance.
There's just not really time.
Yeah,
The
spikes
round's
down.
just simply over.
I like the contact up to that point, but I feel like
And that's
everyone
the
should be ready to
downside of
just
playing
skip
with the
the
operator.
slow.
You don't find anything
One
with it,
small
and you end
positive
up
for
with
MIBR
these-
there is that they used Raze
Yeah.
ult,
I don't know,
but
it felt like Ospas thought he had a timing that he ended up
yeah.
not really having, and they rushed into the exec.
I'm
to
not even sure
give
that they
him the
knew.
chance.
The problem
Yeah,
was
and
they
I mean,
didn't know the
he's
Sage
got
Wall was
the knife,
fully
so
in
there's
mid.
always a chance there. But I can't
Yeah.
help but feel
So like they didn't
on a
know
round
that
like that where
100
you're
Thieves would
heavy slow playing
just
with the
didn't care
off, that
about
you
mid.
want your lurker to do something a little bit more.
Oh, but even
And I
then, they
think
like
what
let them get
the
all the
issue
way
was
up
for
to
Shenom is he doesn't want to
B
do
main
anything
without even
super active
checking.
on the other side because his team was playing so quietly, right? They weren't
If
giving a lot
enough of them
information
flooded
over
like
to
towards new
Thieves.
box or out of the
So
slows
it's very
range,
hard
like that
to
could have been a
find
very
good lure
different round.
timings when the rest of your team isn't pulling any attention away from you. Especially with that mid
Boostio,
wall down the
naked
entire
up.
time, just about.
On breach.
Get up on
No off
breach.
this time.
Towards
Boostio
A
has
side,
the
I
pass
mean,
off.
they've been
Yep.
so.
Yep.
I mean, opting into the
see, I
Viper
was
wall is
looking
kind
at
of an interesting.
Ospas, maybe Cryo. You gotta
Interesting
glance
choice.
down a little further to see Busio with that one.
Yeah, you'd hate to have Cryo opping on your team.
No, especially with how he's been playing this.
Will
split.
Cryo use his
Busio
ult this
always
half?
loves going into the op though, and see how he calls it too? Like, he's playing solo over towards the A side just to take one shot and uses stun to stall. So his team can fight into mid, finding a beautiful kill as the
Holy shit,
smoke
that's
falls.
massive.
Spotting the spike too.
Come
And there's
on.
the
Wow,
other
He got him.
100
He
T
got him.
wasting of
He's a
time.
goat.
Wow, 100
He
to
actually
you.
got
Oh
him.
shit, let me queue
Why is
our
he
boredom
crossing
with
the
some
wall?
beatboxing.
Or did he get timing on the wall?
100 Thieves keeps the pressure
He
high
must
in
have got
mid.
shot through his smoke. There's no way.
And MIBR losing 2 players this late into the round Fuel don't really have anything to
fuck
work
was
with
that?
here.
Yeah, have
I
to break
mean,
the
what
wall
is this,
just to keep
Osmo's
some
kill
amount
round?
of Vern
Like-
alive, but 100 Thieves have not given up this space really at all. Only now falling
They're just
back a little
leaving
deeper
mid?
into heaven because it's light on the clock. 100 Thieves can set up that crossfire. Falling off Cryo's contact here.
This angle is
Cryo
disgusting.
wide on the angle. And
Jesus,
good
faster.
with the shots. Osbot's dead. The next player steps up to the plate, and they're out too. Just Verno in a 1v5 that he already knows he's not winning.
All right, so in these last 2 rounds that 100 Thieves
Okay,
have
goodbye,
just
100 Thieves.
stuffed MIBR completely.
I'm gonna go fast
Really
exec
good.
here with
2 rounds ago,
Rachel
that was
into Viper's
MIBR
Pit.
just taking things too slow on their own. I feel like, and sort of running themselves out of the game in a way. This last round, I like 100 Thieves' decision to go for a mid fight. That's something we had not seen from them at all. So you're sort of expecting the read from MIBR after the slow round to be punish mid, which worked so well for them earlier on.
No
in the round.
timeouts?
And that decision to put Boostio
The last
over
round?
here
He just
pays off
walked
for
through
him.
the wall.
You walked site, unlucky.
Yeah.
And just good coordination from the B anchors. Set up some
I've
good
liked these 7-4
crossfires, and
timeouts. I feel like
now put
every
us to
team
the
that's done it
12th
and one has
round
won the
of
map.
half. MIBR
Okay, you
have a
go
roll,
ramp
right
here,
in that-
you
have a
breach
pick for
ult,
the post plant, and I think they want to pick
wipe
up
his
the
bit.
pace.
you
What
win.
if they actually exec into the site? So far, we've only really seen mid,
Potentially
B, and
ults
ramp
towards
looks from
back
them.
site
A
A
new
as well.
hand touches
or
the
elbow.
operator. Eve's got
Yep.
it this round.
Omenal, scout the site.
Oh no, he trades it at the last second over to Boostio.
I mean,
In
they
fact,
know the
Omenal
ops here,
scout
though,
the
so
site
One
to
of
see
these
if you
anchors on
breach
A.
ult.
As if Boostio's going to let another initiator take the
Aw,
off.
that's actually a really good idea to save the ult.
Counter
Yeah.
stun from Boosty. But out onto the site is Ospas, getting away from the utility.
Spike's
as
not in, though.
The ult in gets some help. Spike's still yet to ford the river, and Ospas has to
Viper's Pit.
hold, keep 100
Get that
Thieves
pit
out
out, bro.
of his sight, but they're just at the
Yeah, he doesn't have a
gates,
backup
ready
rifle,
to
so no
start
op on
this flood.
retake.
In goes the utility,
It's
and
such a
out
late
comes
pit.
100 Thieves already on this site. MIBR
They're
have
wrapping
4
this pit like
players
crazy.
already
Holy
by
shit, he's already
safety in the
dead.
pit, but Cryo
Decimated.
won't let
What
them
a good
stand.
fucking strat.
Wow.
Cryo for 3. Verno
Hold up.
runs in, and it's a desperate
Nah,
game
he's
at
got
this
no
point.
chance.
Asadari holding on the spike, and 100 Thieves
Okay.
lock up
100
a
Thieves were
fifth
good end of the
round.
half
They
there.
get towards
This
the
half
back of sight.
started so poorly for them, but they rally back and make it competitive with a beautiful
Okay.
retake.
Oh yeah,
That's
3
what
in
we
a row.
want.
The
Playoff
retake utility is
Valorant. Let's
great
fucking
there.
go.
Boostio has the
Some
blast
close
going over
games.
his elbow, and then Cryo lands a slow orb.
Yeah, they were
on
just-
everyone
the
else
pit
in
was just a
that
bit
site,
slow.
so
The
none
spike
of
was
those
slow on
MIBR
the
players
site.
can move.
Pit was
They're
slow
trying
as
to
well.
hold hands together.
Personally, there again, what I would like to see is. Let me draw the ace. Oh, in fact, let me just get on fucking Valorant for you. Like I say, this is where like Omenalt usage could be improved, in my opinion. Omenalt here.
Monrofilcopter say retrouve soy mem, choice says vous de vous mem si vous mem et louis mem, vous mem, are vous mem, are vous mem, are vous mem, are vous mem soy 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 mem soy.
Okay. Omenalt like here, scout the site. If you see nothing, you don't ult. Right? And you just trust a normal exec. Because you can't get shot from heaven here. If someone shoots you, you just ult. Right? As soon as you get shot, you ult. You never actually stick this. You're always cancelling this. But
Your phone is ringing.
I think that was meant to be like a buzzing, but it didn't quite come out, I think, how you wanted it to. Made TTS cheaper? I've got it on 50, haven't I? Free would be great. Yeah, the beatbox one was